What's up, y'all? Thank you for stopping by my video. This case is crazy, but Cassie is not looking too good to me, in my opinion, in this case. Let me break it down to you what my opinion is. Cassie, he got Cassie when she was 17. He met her when she was 17, so she was still a teenager. She probably didn't have a lot of boyfriends or intercourse a lot. Probably had like 5 people that she might have been intimate with. At 17, I'm going to just guess 5. So she probably was just vanilla with it. So Diddy did groom her into becoming one of the most freakish people in the industry. 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Ways with Diddy. That's probably what he did. Okay, what we going to do now? We're going to do this, do that. And you know, she probably was standoffish at first. Like, oh, what? I'm not going to do that. And then did it once, did it twice. Then she probably got used to it. Okay, I like this, you know. I like, you know, urinating on me and, you know, all in my mouth and all this other stuff. I like it, you know. Okay, I'm into it. You like watching me, you know, turn her to a adult film star, basically, what she was, because that's what he was basically doing, producing adult films, starring her and a bunch of other people. Cassie takes everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's basically what he turned her into. His own adult film star, and he probably had a fantasy of messing with an adult film star, and he like said, yeah, you know, I created her, and I'm seeing her I'm watching her with all these other guys, and I got a live adult movie, and I'm gonna sit in this cut right here, and I'm gonna, you know, myself off, and you know, whatever. Then afterwards, I'm gonna come in, blah blah blah. I don't think she said that he participated in any of these. He just was sitting in the cut. He is bisexual, so wonder why he didn't. No, maybe I didn't hear all the case or anything like that, but he wasn't like in the bed with them doing these sessions. Now it's a dude. I don't know his name, but he has like I think he's a German dude. And he was talking back in 2014 when he got arrested for what he was shooting up Trump's little golf course. And I saw a video of him basically being interrogated, but he was coming out saying, look, I was Diddy's sex slave and I, you know, did this with Cassie and all this other stuff. And he transported drugs through the private jet, and he's in the cabal. He's like the black mafia. He was saying all this stuff back in 2014. Now, people probably thought he was crazy. Now they looking back on it like, this dude was telling the truth. So he groomed her. Cassie is basically P Diddy's Aaliyah. Just like R. Kelly had Aaliyah, P Diddy had Cassie. Cassie was like 17. R. Kelly had Aaliyah at 14, 15. Groomed her. And then, you know, she out messing with a whole lot of people in the industry. Cassie doing the same thing. Sleeping around with everybody, either in P. Diddy's presence or not. And she's saying that she didn't want to not do stuff because she was jealous that somebody was going to take her spot. So, you know it had to do something with him being famous and the money and the lifestyle. You know it had something to do with that. Because if this was the Joe Smo that worked at 7-Eleven or something, she would not want to do all this stuff and stay around. You know, getting abused and stuff like that and staying around. So Diddy was basically her pimp. Sounds like Diddy was pimping her out. That's what pimps do. So she signed a 10-album deal. Only had 1 album. It's either she wasn't that talented and he couldn't couldn't create her to a star. There's a lot of people that can't sing, but they make them into a star. They have the to be a star, but they don't have the talent to sing. You know, they're entertainers. You know, you have a lot of people that's both sing and entertain, whatever, you know. You got some people that know how to sing, but they can't dance. You got some people that dance, can't sing. And, you know, so he probably tried to create, you know, but then he was like, but he probably let her think that she was going to come out with some other stuff. But he was like, in his heart, he probably knew that he can't do nothing with her. Because maybe she can't dance, maybe she don't have stage presence or something like that. And the vocals not there, like, you know. You only put out 1 album. 1 or 2 singles. That's it. I don't think it did that well. And you probably came in thinking, well, this is probably what I have to do to get to where I want to go. And I have to do this and do that. And you seen Kim Porter, what she was going through, but you still stepped in. You was like, and that's probably what you were scared of. You were scared of, just like Kim, you came in, took Kim's spot. You was scared of somebody else taking your spot. Lord Miami or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So all this is alleged, I should say. All this is alleged, but you said this stuff in court. And you can't tell me that the personal trainer that worked for Diddy didn't know what Diddy was doing to her during this time. You know, if you working with her, you probably, and he's beating up on her, you probably seen bruises and all this other stuff, and she probably confiding in you. That's probably how y'all got together. You know, so she probably looking for love everywhere. She messing with this person, Kid Cudi allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly, you know, all this. I gotta say allegedly. So she's this person. So you gotta know. You got to know. More power to you, because if you knew all this, I'm sure she probably told you. If she didn't tell you before she went on the stand and told what was going on, that she, you know, urinating in the mouth, drinking people urine and all this other stuff. Come on, man. You got to know who you have when you talking to somebody. What's the, you know, history. But you still down. Now, are you down because you knew that she was going to go after him and getting this money? Or do you really love her like that? If the dude really love her like that, more power to him, because it couldn't be me. I'd be like, you did what? You was doing what? Oh my. It's like, you know, I mean, some people like adult film stars, strippers and stuff like that. And they don't mind. They don't know that this person probably did some stuff. Or a lot of people. A lot of miles. They don't care. More power to y'all. I don't think she didn't want to do the freak offs. In my opinion, he is guilty of grooming her and molding her into the freak that he wanted and that he created. He is guilty of doing all that. Now, if she didn't like it, if it wasn't consent, that, I don't think so. She wanted it because she wanted to please him. If somebody loves you unconditionally, they will do anything for you, including that. So if I'm on the jury, I'm like, this lady loved him. Even though with the abuse and all this other stuff, you got people that's in marriages that abuse people, but they still love him. When you trying to tell me that she didn't want to do this stuff for him? Come on. Yeah, see, he's not guilty of that, in my opinion. He's guilty of grooming. He's guilty of drugging people, allegedly. I should say allegedly, with her anyway. Now they saying, you know, he trafficked people, allegedly. I'm going to say what I think is going to happen with this whole case. They tried to offer him 15 years. He said no. First it was more years than that. Then they said, okay, we'll do 15. No. I think they're going to give him maybe 8 to 10 years, right? With time served by then. I don't know how long he's been in jail. Has it been 2 years or so, or more than that? It's going to be 10 years time served. You're going to knock off 1, 2, or 3 years off that 10. Then it's going to be the rest probation. You know how they do. He might be on house arrest. Then the rest probation. That's what it's going to be. Watch. He ain't going to serve no 10 years. He ain't going to serve 15, 20. Nah. Watch what I say. You know what I'm saying? Watch. If y'all new to my channel, a lot of times I be getting stuff right. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. I'm just going by common sense. I'm just going by stuff I see, stuff I hear. And I'm not don't think I'm a psychic. I just say what comes to my head. So I think that's going to happen. 8 to 10 years, time served, boom, probation, boom, house arrest, boom, he going to be in jail for like 3-4 years. All together. With how long he been now, plus the whatever they give him. It's going to be a total of 3-4 years. Y'all can save my video, come back, post in the comment section, say if I was right or wrong, say what y'all feel about what I said, about their situation, about Cassie, about anything I said. Post in the comment section. Alright, y'all, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop videos.